welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a keto version of the Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme. I used to love ordering this back pre-keto when I used to go to Taco Bell. This was my favorite thing. So this is going to be super exciting so you can enjoy the Crunchwrap Supreme if you're on a low carb or keto diet. So for the Crunchwrap Supreme, it has a tortilla, it's got a crunchy tortilla chips in there, ground beef, nacho cheese, lettuce, tomato, sour cream. It's just so delicious and so comforting. I am absolutely obsessed with it. And what we're gonna do to make this keto friendly is I'm gonna show you a low carb tortilla, a zero carb tortilla, and how to make keto friendly, high protein, and actually healthy nacho cheese for the Crunchwrap Supreme. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dice a tomato. So get any size tomato you want. If you don't use all the tomato, that's fine as well. You can always just use it for something else that you're making. But we're gonna dice this first. So cut out the center here. And then we're gonna cut it down like this. Then slice. And then you're gonna turn it and slice again, and then you get perfectly diced pieces. Do this for the other half as well. This is so delicious and so easy to make. I'm sure that you guys already have most of this stuff at home, especially if you're on a keto or low carb diet. I always have a low carb tortilla alternative because I love making easy burritos or easy tacos. So I always have that at home. Next thing we're gonna work on is we're gonna make our ground beef. So right here, I have about a cup. You can use as much as you want, just depends on how much you're making. I'm gonna be making one serving. So I have some ground beef here. This is 90% lean ground beef and 10% fat. And I have my favorite nonstick pans here. I'm not sponsored by Tefal, but they're my absolute favorite. If you're interested in using these pans, I have my Amazon link down below in the description, so make sure to head over there if you wanna purchase these. So my nonstick pan is heating to medium heat. I'm gonna take my favorite also avocado oil spray. You guys already know I love this one by Chosen Foods. Gonna lightly spray this pan. And now we're just gonna throw in our ground beef. Again, like I said, depending on how much you're gonna make, that's how much ground beef you wanna use. I'm just gonna be making this for one serving. And so this is probably about 1 cup of ground beef. All right, making sure to break this all apart. Let that cook for a second. And what you're also going to need for our seasoning is, of course, you can make your own taco seasoning. Sometimes I do that, but not everybody has all the ingredients or cares to make the taco seasoning themselves. There's a lot of seasonings in there. So I like this one by Siete. It is super delicious and not sponsored by them, but this is one of my favorite taco seasonings. You can use any one that is your favorite. You can use El Paso or whatever else you find in the grocery store. So I'm gonna open up this seasoning. I'm not gonna use the whole packet. Again, depending on how much you're making, you might be using the whole packet. And it's to taste. All right, I'm gonna take this seasoning and just sprinkle it on top of my ground beef. It's about 1.5 tablespoons that we're gonna use. We're gonna use more of the seasoning later on, so make sure to save it while you're cooking your ground beef. Just keep sauteing your ground beef until it's fully cooked. If you're not sure also how much seasoning you wanna use, make sure that you just try a cooked piece of the ground beef. See if you wanna add more, see if you wanna add less. It's all based on your preference and how much seasoning you actually like on your meat. All right, this is just about done. Let me get a plate so I can set this aside and we can start working on the remainder of our Crunchwrap. Now we're gonna work on our high protein, low carb nacho cheese. So if you've done keto, I know that you guys have seen this all over the internet. It's gonna be a cottage cheese, nacho cheese. This is gonna keep it really high in protein. It's gonna be nutritious, delicious, and keeps it low carb. So I have a food processor here in front of me. I'm taking my Good Culture cottage cheese. This one is the organic whole milk one. And I am going to put about one cup into my food processor. The reason we're putting this in a food processor is we just wanna make it really, really creamy. We don't want the chunkiness of the cottage cheese, but while keeping all of the nutritional value and the flavor of it. Put on your lid, and then we're just going to blend this until it's fully creamy. And once it is creamy, it's gonna look exactly like this. As you can see, the chunkiness from the cottage cheese is fully gone, and it has more of the texture of sour cream now. Now you wanna take out this cottage cheese that we just blended in our food processor, and we're gonna put it in a different bowl. As you guys can see, this is so easy to make. You don't need to buy nacho cheese at the store. You don't know what is in there half the time. And a lot of times what you can buy at the store is not keto friendly. I know a lot of people are scared of cottage cheese, but I promise you, it has such good flavor, especially when you use it for, things like nacho cheese or, any kind of cottage cheese tortillas. It has such good flavor. And it has so much variety that you can use with it. All right, so I've transferred my cottage cheese to this bowl right here. Now what I'm going to do is I am gonna add some mild cheddar cheese. I got this one pre-shredded, but you can shred your own if you want. And I'm also going to add some of that same taco seasoning that we used for the ground beef. Now, you don't have to do this, and I know sometimes people add tomatoes to this. You're welcome to do that as well. I'm just gonna keep it super simple. I like just the cottage cheese, mild cheddar, and a little bit of the taco seasoning to give it some flavor. Add about a tablespoon and mix it. As you guys can see, this is so easy to make. I absolutely love making this. It is so delicious. And when I'm really craving Taco Bell, and let's be honest, Taco Bell is delicious. It's just, it has every single flavor that you're looking for, especially late night. And this is a way that you can eat the Taco Bell flavor that you're looking for, but it's so much healthier, and it's keto friendly, and it's guilt-free and low carb and absolutely delicious. Okay, so this is fully mixed. Now we're gonna take this and throw this into the microwave for about 30 seconds. Let's see if it's melted the cheddar cheese, but just time it however you need to until the cheddar cheese is melted. This took a minute and a half. All you wanna do is mix it, and it should look like this. The cheese is completely melted. It is nice and hot. You can see that it is super cheesy. Just give it a mix so everything is combined well together. And now it's time to assemble our Crunchwrap. The key to making this Crunchwrap low carb is the tortillas. So I love these by Mission. This one is 0 carb, and this one is low carb. So what we're going to do is, for the actual base that is wrapping around the Crunchwrap, we're gonna be using the larger one. This one is whole wheat, and it is only 5 grams of net carb per tortilla, which is super perfect if you're keto or low carb. And then for the crunchy tortilla that's gonna be in the middle of our Crunchwrap Supreme, we're gonna be using the 0 carb ones. I've laid down my whole wheat tortilla right here. Next thing we're going to do is we're gonna take the ground beef that we worked on and we are gonna put it in the center, layering it on the bottom of the tortilla. All right, just like this. Next thing we're gonna do is take the nacho cheese that we just made and do a layer on top of the ground beef. Put as much or as little as you want. I absolutely love cheese and I love this nacho cheese. So I'm gonna put a huge dollop on it. All right, and now for the crunchy piece, I took the 0 carb tortilla and I just put it in my toaster oven. I just toasted it up. As you can see, it has a cracker consistency. I have another one, so let me show you how crunchy it is. So perfect. It's just like a tortilla chip. So take that and layer it right on top of the nacho cheese and the ground beef. Next thing we're gonna do is take sour cream and I'm gonna do a dollop of it right here on top of our tortilla. Spread it around. I have some romaine lettuce here. You can use whatever lettuce you want. You can shred it super thin. It doesn't really matter. It's all, you know, it's all just gonna go right on top of the Crunchwrap. So put your lettuce on top, and then the diced tomatoes that we made at the very beginning, you're gonna take them and put them on top of the lettuce. And that's it, guys. This is it. This is the assembly of it. So easy, so delicious, low carb. And now we're going to wrap it. So the way you wanna wrap it is you want to take one layer and put it up, and then you're folding this piece in here like that, and just keep going all the way around until it's completely closed. You don't want to overdo how much you're putting in the middle, otherwise it won't close at all. All right, and then do like this. Perfect. Now we're gonna put this on our pan so we can toast it on both sides. I have the same nonstick pan here in front of me that I used previously. I just wiped it down so all of the grease and anything is clear from the bottom. I'm gonna take our Crunchwrap and we're just gonna flip it over and let it toast on this side. It needs to toast for about a minute or two so it can completely set and it won't fall apart when you flip it over. As you can see, it is perfectly toasted here. Now, if you want, you can take another tortilla, either the 0 carb one or the larger one, and you can do a piece of it on the bottom, but I'm totally okay with this being open here. As long as it's not falling apart, that's the most important piece of this. And now we're gonna let this toast for about a minute or two on the other side. As you can see, it is not falling apart anymore and it has that Crunchwrap look that we're looking for. And here is our Taco Bell Keto Crunchwrap Supreme. Let's do a little cross section. Let me show you how delicious this looks. Guys, take a look at that. It is, oh my God, it's just so delicious. I cannot wait to dig into this. You got the ground beef, this delicious, high protein, low carb nacho cheese, sour cream, the crunchy tortilla, lettuce, tomato. This is like literally, my mouth is watering. I'm so excited to bite into this. This is so delicious. It brings back all your memories of eating Taco Bell, but you can eat it guilt-free. And it is, oh my God, just bursting with flavor. Making it yourself is so satisfying. And you saw how easy this was. This took no more than 10 minutes to make this entire thing from start to finish. You can make a bunch of these And you can even make this like for lunch. This is a really easy dinner. I cannot wait for you guys to try this. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.